Wanted to make one more quick video, then I'm going to go to the shower, change my clothes, and then I'm going to go to work. I was thinking about why white people and black people will never get along in the United States of America. And it's because of segregation, one, and two, white people don't understand black people, and black people don't understand white people. If you're around a certain demographic of people, you get an understanding of those people. But if you go through your whole life without seeing a black person, and the only knowledge of a black person that you have is what the media shows you, and if the media shows you stuff in a negative light, of course, when you see a black man on the street and you're a woman, you go to clutch your purse. Of course, you go to think everybody that is black comes from a single parent household. Of course, you go to think everybody that's black loves fried chicken and watermelon, because this is the propaganda that has been put out there for white people to soak up and give the definition of what black people do. Now, if you look at white people, and if black people never been around a whole bunch of white folks, we would think that, oh, they have a mother-father dynamic. They wake up in the morning with a happy family and eat breakfast. The husband is successful. The woman's a housewife. She takes care of the kids. He takes care of the finances. They go on trips. They have a caravan. They're happy. They don't have things like bills or any sort of situations where they have to pay the bills at the last minute, or they go to get evicted, or they go to get kicked out their home, and this, that, and the third, because this is what the media portrays. Then you will have that small percentage of white folks that grew up around black folks, and then you see how they act. Then you have that small percentage of black folks that grew up around white folks, and you see how they act because they're around different cultures. Being black is a culture. Being an Afro-American, an African-American, an African taken to America is a culture within itself. So it's like when people say, oh, you're a black person, but you talk white. That needs to stop, or the definition of it needs to change, because talking white doesn't mean intelligence. When you say, oh, you're a black person, but you talk white, to me, it means you've been around a lot of white people. And white people conduct themselves in a different manner than black people. And that goes for any other people, whether it's Asian, Hindu, Chinese, Japanese, this, that, and the third. So if you were around a whole bunch of Japanese people, you would act different. Black people have soul. We have rhythm. We have swag. White people don't have all of that bullshit. So yeah, if you were raised by wolves, you're going to be a wolf. If you were raised by sheep, you're going to be a sheep. If you were raised by people that did drugs, did alcohol, didn't know how to take care of their household, yeah, you're going to probably fall into that same pattern. But if you grew up around people, whether it's white or black, that had their finances in order, knew about generational wealth, knew about stocks, knew about real estate, knew about the rich dad, poor dad type of lifestyle, then you will have a person that gravitates and thrives in that environment. So pretty much with the segregation of these two races, black and white, Caucasian and African, or Africans taken to America, we will never be on the same page. We will always be at odds with each other, and we will never really understand each other. Because you can have a country dude that's black from Alabama that loves country music because he grew up in a predominantly white area where they play this sort of music and went to school with these folks. Then you can have a white boy that grew up in a predominantly black area that loves hip hop and R&B because This is what he grew up around. But at the same time, you have a lot of people in rural areas that are sheltered from being around different cultures and different types of people. And the only sense of these people that they have, or the only contact with people that they have, is through media outlets and the television. And as you know, black folks don't own no TV stations. And the two prominent black people that are in positions of power, Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, help create a atmosphere of negative information about black people. It's always some sort of somebody's gay, somebody's in a bad situation, the woman is being abused, the dude ain't shit type of scenario. So if white people are trying to look into the black experience, this is the content they have to pull from. So yeah, they would think, oh, you know what? This guy probably came from a single parent household. This guy's father was probably a crackhead. He probably has bad credit. He's probably uneducated. But this is the system that they put in place for us, even with people going to private and public schools. People don't want their children going to public schools a lot of time, white folks, because they have to be integrated with black folks. That's why if they make enough money, they will pull their children out of public school and put them in a private school. There's a private school in the area that I live in, and I went on their website. The tuition is ridiculous, but it goes by, well, on the website, it shows how many percentage of races are in the school. It's like, okay, 95% black. 95% white, 2% black, 3% other. So you would figure those black kids that go to that school, they're integrating with white people. So they would more likely grow up to sound white. Not meaning sounding white to mean sounding intelligent, meaning these white kids are raised a certain way, speak a certain way, have a certain culture. Now you're around that all the time, you absorb that. So at the end of the day, like I said, black folks and white folks really will never understand each other or try to understand each other. And then, racism just brings a different dynamic to the whole threshold of the thing that helps destroy the whole situation in general. Just wanted to get that out. Rails Rants Reloaded. If you can, like, subscribe, and share. Look at the Rails Rants Reloaded shorts. That's the new thing on YouTube. Remember, they're trying to play ball with TikTok. Everybody's doing shorts. Instagram has reels, and YouTube has reels, and maybe might be some information on there or some content on there that might help you or entertain you. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace.